Alright, this is the trapdoor elevator tutorial, and we're going to go ahead and start building it. I'm not going to add these connecting lines here. We're going to do it a little bit differently. But other than that, it's going to be the same thing. And yeah, let's get started here. Alright, I'm going to use lodestone today. So get your immovable block. You're going to stack 4 up like this. Then you're going to go 3, and then you're going to go 5 like this. Now you're going to break these out. So you have that kind of pattern there. Alright. Put these on, take some dust. Alright, these two are supporting blocks here. Okay. We're going to take our observer this way. So it's pointing down. Alright, we'll put dust. And put yourself a 2-tick here. And let's get ourselves a note block. And we'll put it right here. Okay, and that's your firing circuit for the elevator. Now you're going to take your sticky piston. You're going to put it right on the edge of that dust. Okay, and you're going to do 3 of them. Alright, take your slime block. 2, 3, 4, and 1 out. Okay, you're going to come down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 out. Then you're going to come down 1 and do 3, so you have this shape here. Alright, so you stick your sticky piston here and here, and then just put a temporary block right there. And you're going to put an observer here, an observer here, and make sure you break those 2. Alright, then we're going to take your connecting block here, and it's important that those are there. Alright, go back to your sticky piston, put 3 of them just like that. And now let's go back to our observer, and you're going to put 1 here to grab that piston. Then you're going to put 1 here to grab that piston. Then you're going to put 3 in the back. Here's 2, and there's 1 right there. Alright, now you're going to put 1 up right there. It's going to be right up off the corner of that piston, and that's going to grab that right there. Okay, that's a sensor. We need that. Run these out 5. Alright, same thing with your honey. Alright, and whatever top you want to put on, you can make it match the video, or let's see, let's do cyan concrete on this one. It's one of my favorite colored blocks here. Alright. Now it's important that you take your immovable block, and you need to put 1 right under here, and under here. Okay, and what that does is when the elevator comes down, the elevator needs to stay expanded like this for it to go up. Alright, so we're going to take our lodestone and just surround it. Again, as long as this could be terracotta, actually. Doesn't have to be immovable surrounding it, but it does need to be does need to be a block where honey and slime won't stick to it. So I like to use lodestone. Okay, so that's our first level. Now we're going to go up. I think we're going to go up 40. So this is how I'll do. You can go up 40. We need to put a ring up at 40, so we're going to do this. Let's set a block. So if we're at 62 on our y-axis, let's make it 102. And we're going to use cracked stone brick. And break that. And there you are, 40 blocks up. Alright. Now we're going to make your ring here. Make your surround. You're going to go 7 blocks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then there's going to be 5 in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy enough. Alright, so we're going to start with, if you go and look down and the note block's in front of you, you're going to come to this left corner and you're going to take a sticky piston and you're going to put it down like this. Right down on that corner, just like that. Alright. And now we're going to take our, in this case we're using just white wool here. You can use anything you want. Follow me on this. Alright, you're going to come up one, so you're going to go past this one. And what you're going to have here is this. You're going to have 3 1-ticks and you're going to have 3 open spaces here. So you're going to dust here and then put a 1-tick right there. Alright. And then you're going to come down here. Let's go up this way here. There we go. Okay, so you're going to go this way. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You put one up like that. Then you're going to go 3 and round the corner. Alright, you're going to take dust and put it on the whole thing. And then right here, you're going to put 2 1-ticks, round the corner, and put another 1-tick. Okay, all those repeaters are 1-ticks. Then you're going to come down here. Actually, we're going to come off of that, sorry. 2, 3, 4, you're going to come off 5, so there's actually going to be 6 here. And then run your dust. Grab your target block. And you're going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Now out here, you're going to take either your dropper or your dispenser, and you're going to run them like this. You're going to do 5 here. 2, 3, 4. Okay, you're going to do 5 there. You're also going to do 5 here. Doesn't matter which way they're facing. I just like to keep it consistent. It's just me. Alright, so you got 5 of those. And then run your dust along the top. Now let's go ahead and get our observers. And you're going to put them right on the face. Alright, sticky piston on those faces. Okay, and you're going to do this. You're going to do 2 and 3. Same thing over here. Don't go all the way back. Go right here. So you're going to do 2 down here and 3 coming off there. Same thing with your honey. Alright, turn around, grab your observer, and don't go all the way. Alright, don't go all the way to the last one. Go step it in. And put your observers there. And then sticky pistons on those faces. And then you're going to go up on top and do the same thing. Alright, so you should have that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is you're going to run this out 5, 3, 4, 5. Do the same thing over here. Take your honey, run it out. Alright, now you're going to take your sticky piston and you're going to put it right there. Alright, and then you can take this block, which is going to, once this door goes flush, then it all blends in. You can keep it different if you want, it doesn't matter. Okay, so there's your door and your wiring for your door. Easy enough. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to grab a glazed terracotta. I mean, it could be an immovable block if you want. I think today we'll go purple today. All right, and you're going to go over here and you're going to come down. You're going to actually come down 8 all the way across here. Four, 5, 6. 7, 8. Okay, that's your 5 by 8. So what you're going to do, you're going to break this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, get that? Then you're going to come up here to this and break 5, just like that. Okay, now over here, you're going to do this. You're going to come down 4, and then the 5th one you're going to bring across. Okay, do the same thing. And then we're still going to go down 8. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Okay, so right on this line here, you're going to take your immovable block, which I'm going to use lodestone again. And you're going to take your immovable block and carry it right across here. Okay? Nice. Alright, moving on, our next step here is we're going to get our regular piston. And we're going to fill this in with a regular piston. Alright, the next thing we need to do is power this block underneath it. So we're going to do that by coming down here. You're going to put a repeater in the dust. Alright, bring this one out, one extra. And then take a 1 tick and put it under each one. And throw your dust over here. Alright, then you're going to come up here. You're going to grab your sticky piston. And you're going to come out 3 like that. And you're going to start there. So however you need to do that. So what we want to end up with is 5 right over top of those. Just like that. And you're going to power these as well in the same manner. Alright, put your 1 tick against each one. And run your dust. And then you're going to wrap this around like this, right to here. Take your observer, put it right there. Then you're going to take a 1 tick, put it there, and then connect these 2, or 3. Connect these 3. Okay. So that starts there. Now you're going to take, and you're going to put right here, you're going to put a 4 tick right here. Okay, and we'll catch that in a minute. Now you're going to come over here. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's take this right out right now. So you're going to do 1 up, 1 down, and 1 up. And this is actually a delay circuit. Let's go 4 tick here. Alright, so this sends a signal through here. Also sends a signal through this line. And then when this signal is done, this signal follows 8 ticks later and makes that longer. Duration longer. Okay, so we're going to come over here. Now what we're going to do is you're going to get a red stone block. We're going to put it here. And then go back to your block. You're going to put 1 like that. This one's going to be up. And you don't need 1 there. You're going to come over like this. Like this. Sorry, you're going to come like this. I knew something was looking funny. Okay, there we go. Now we got it. Okay, and you're going to go like this. And then you're going to do 2 more here. This is actually going to be a slab. And I like the slabs to show up because slabs are usually there for a reason. And because they're there for a reason, it's a good chance if something's wrong that maybe could be there. Alright, so you're going to put a 1 tick here. All right, and then you're going to take your comparator. I just go here. I'm a little burnt today, I guess. Take your comparator, and you're going to come over here. I don't think it matters which way these face, but it's been working this way, so this is the way they go. All right. Now this dust and this delay circuit work separately, so this dust does not interfere with that delay circuit. Okay, next step here, we're going to put a torch off of this block, and then you're going to run this long here, out here. You're going to step it up twice. All right, and then you're going to power this with a torch here. All right, and then get your redstone block and you can put it on the faces here. All right, and what this does is when these pistons are extended, these will bud when needed, but these will extend when needed and bud these pistons here. And that's going to happen a couple times because the elevator, when these are not retracted, when these are retracted, not extended, they'll hold the elevator in place. But when they're extended, the elevator will pass by. So this circuit here does about 3 things when it's needed. All right, less talking and more building here. Okay, so we've got this circuit, we've got that. So now we're going to come back around. We're going to catch this, and we're going to connect it over here. And right here goes a slab. And then we're going to put dust. We're going to skip that. Let's see. Dust. Nope, not dust there. Dust here. Dust here. 3 this way. Dust, dust. So we're going to put a 4 tick there. A 4 tick there. And a 3 tick there. Okay, grab our sticky piston. And put this little circuit here. Alright, good. So let's come down here while we got it. And we're going to put a sticky piston there. Observer. And the observer is going to go down to this block, and you're going to do a 4 tick right there. Alright, that's going to be straight away to that. Okay, now over here, when this observer goes into this block, it's actually going to power this dust, which is going to power this 4 tick right here. Alright, and then we're going to take, and then you're going to run these out and power that piston with a 1 tick, a 3, a 3, and a dust. Alright, that's how that works. Alright, next thing we're going to do is we've got one more delay circuit we'll put here, and then we'll also have this work down here, but I think first we're going to put the timers in. We've got 2 timers that go in, so we're going to come off of this with a 2 tick. We're going to go into a block. Comparator is going to go here. It's going to go like that. So we're going to do a 2 tick here with a torch, your dust, and then we're going to grab, I get it? Oh. Grab your comparator and make sure it's on subtract. Okay, then let's get our target block. And this is a timer that I found a long time ago, but I actually changed it around to kind of compact it a little bit. And it's one of my favorite timers. And put a torch right there. Now, grab your hoppers. And you're going to come down, you're going to put a hopper right off of this. And another hopper off of that. And make sure, of course, you know, that they're facing into each other so they can pass items back and forth. And in here, you're going to put 17 items. And I like to use redstone blocks, it's just me. Alright? When I use a timer. So 17 items in there. And then let's continue. What we're going to do is you're going to pull this long this way. Out here. You're going to come up one. Dust that. Put a torch there. And you're going to put sticky piston. That goes down like that. This is going to run into a 4-tick here. Okay, first timer done. Next timer is going to go underneath it. And we're going to locate it like this. You're going to put that there. You're going to put that sticky piston there. Then we're going to put it, the other timer is going to go right underneath it. Okay, you can put that there. We're going to put a torch there. Now we'll run this backwards a little bit. So we're going to have our dust there, which goes into the comparator. Comparator feeds into that. We've got our 2-tick here with a dust. And then you're going to put observer pointing down there. Okay, you got that? Let's see if we got this right. So we're going to do a 2-tick here. We'll do a dust. Put your torch here. That activates that piston, that's fine. And then you're going to do your comparator. Right there, unsubtract. Okay. And then, of course, your hoppers are going to go off this comparator. And then again, hoppers facing each other. And now in here, you're going to do 22 items. Alright, that's perfect timing for the elevator to come on up. The door opens and the elevator sits for about 6 seconds and then goes into storage. That's what that timer does. Okay, so now we're going to take a feed off of this, like this, and we're going to come around the corner. We're going to put a block here, and we're going to connect these two. You're going to put a 4-tick there, and just wrap this dust around. Now we're going to make another signal extender here, pulse extender. It's going to be down like this, up, down, and up again. And in these pockets, you're going to do a 4-tick, and then pull this, take that one out, because you're going to come off of this block here. Right, you're going to come off of that block. Gonna go a little farther. Behind it. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, you have 5. Okay, it's important that that gets grabbed off of that block. Alright, put another dust right here. Now what you can do is grab your slab and build a block off the top of that, and then put a slab that way and break that. That's the easiest way. And then this dust connects that and does not power that hopper. Alright, so that takes care of that. I think we've got everything in there. Alright, we'll catch now. The only thing we have left over here are the 2 circuits that work the door as the elevator passes by or gets close to the door. So we're going to come over here and we're going to start working this. So we're going to do this here. Alright, follow me on this one. There's going to be a torch on the front of that. And we're going to do alright, so then we're going to do just like that, okay, and you're going to take, and we're going to need your regular piston as well. So do this here. On this side, grab your torch, put it right here, and then put a sticky piston back on that block. That block's actually just a temporary block. Put another sticky there, you can break that, and then put your regular piston there, and your regular piston there. And that torch actually runs these when these get pushed out. That's what stops the elevator and also enables you to send the elevator up. So over here, now we're going to take, let's see, we're going to do this first. In here, you're going to put a 3-tick here. Alright, you're going to take this block and put a, kind of like a backdrop to that piston. Yep. Okay, so now that takes care of that. And now what you're going to do is you're going to feed this piston with a 4-tick. Alright, let's get a repeater somewhere here. Here's one. And you're going to put a 4-tick there and a 4-tick there. Okay, and then what we're going to do is, right now before we get buried here, put a torch right there. And that shuts off the other torch. Okay, grab your slab and you're going to do this. You're going to slab there, there, and there, and then one on this side. Then you're going to run your, just like this. It's symmetrical. And then dust the whole thing. Took a little while to figure out this scenario here. Alright. That's kind of a double piston extender with a torch in the middle type of thing. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to extend this off of here. Alright, and you're going to put a block up there. You're going to put a block here, one out here, one here, and one up. Okay, you're going to put a 4-tick here. Alright, we're going to finish this right here, so this needs to switch back here so you can actually grab it out of here. Okay, you got that? You got a 4-tick there. Alright, this is going to feed that. Now, in order to feed this, we need a sticky piston here. Alright, and we need a redstone block on that face. Just like that. And that is your circuit done down here. Alright, so that's okay. So what we're going to do now is just this one, this delay circuit here. So here we go. We're going to do this. So you come off of this and you build a pyramid. Alright, and you're going to connect this pyramid just like that. You can break these out, and you're going to do a 4-tick there, and you're going to do a comparator facing this way, and then run your dust up and over and connect it here. And this delay circuit has the time duration of a stone button, and it works well here for timing. So okay, now that should finish this whole circuit here. And as you can see, if you were to run your floor all the way out, you can cover the whole build. Alright, so speaking of that, we're going to take this, and that's going to be, let's get a button that shows up. Let's see. Yeah, but a mangrove. Don't test anything yet. And this doesn't need to be a stone button. It doesn't matter if it's a longer pulse. Okay, I just like something to show up there. Okay, so I believe we have everything here. We have 17 here, and we should have 22 down here. Yep, we're good. We have all everything in place here. Looks like our timings are right. These are all on 1. Those are all on 1. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of work backwards a little bit. And we're going to find us a sticky piston. And we're going to end up pulling this back. Alright, so that's where you want that. And then this one's going to go just like that. You're going to take an observer, spin it around like that. Now we're going to do a couple things here. We're going to pull off of this, and you're going to come 2 out this way. Let's grab our dust. You're going to wire that up, and then you're going to come down 1, 2, 3. Okay, now let's see, before we hook that up, we're going to do this. You're going to come out here, and on here goes a torch to extend those 2 pistons. And then you're going to run this out. Just run this out straight here. And then over here, you're going to actually put a slab here. Goes under here. And you're going to put a 3-tick right here. Alright, and there goes a 3-tick. You run this dust out. Okay. Now here, you can actually create a pocket here. Like this. And then you need a copper bulb. And you're going to put a copper bulb right here. Alright, and then you need a comparator in that pocket. And just straight away, you don't need any subtract there. And then you're going to run this out. that, and you're going to put 2 right here. Okay, and you're going to step it down just like that. And then you're going to dust this straight to the bulb. And now what you need to do is turn this bulb on and leave it on. Now you can put your observer there. All right, one more thing left to do, actually, is we're going to come down here, and you're going to come, the second one, you're going to grab a glazed terracotta and you're going to come down 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, do your copper block off of this face, and then make your pocket here with a sticky piston here, and your comparator here. And this stays off, okay? When the elevator's coming up, it'll turn that on. So now what you're going to do is grab your honey block or your slime. I like to use honey towers. And you're going to do 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. And then on top of that, you're going to do a redstone block. All right, and then you're going to take your sticky piston, and you're going to put it right there. So when that gets extended, that will fire the sticky piston into the observer, send the observer over to here. So when the elevator comes up, it's going to activate that, which will activate the door and the timer scenario here. All right, now I think that's everything. I think we have everything in place. So what we need to do now is we need to close this door, and you need to end up with this redstone block down here. These are going to be out here. And the way to do that is just a quick update right there. And there's the door, closes nicely. All right, this copper block stays on, and that one stays off. And I think we're ready to go here. Let's give it a shot. Let's make sure we have our 3 blocks there. That's important for when the elevator comes down, and there we go. Send it up. That's one of my favorite flying machines. All right, now you should see the door open. You'll see these activate. Door opens. Elevator should sit. Now it should go down into storage. And there it is. And now if you want to go down, it'll come out of storage. Come on up. It's going to sit there. And down it goes. Door will close. And there's your trapdoor elevator, folks. You have any questions? Let me know. Now you could also send this up to storage. All right, we can figure out how to send this up to storage, but I did put this circuit here just so you can put any distance between these 2 stations, and you don't have to worry about a long tower, although you can if you want to. Even though this tower is long, it's still instant wire. So there's a couple things you can do with this, but that's what we got for now. Hope you enjoyed the build. Peace out. Don't forget to subscribe.